The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William Danko. Introduction. When you picture a millionaire, you might think of luxury cars, big mansions, or designer clothes. But here's the truth. Most real millionaires don't live that way. They aren't celebrities or lottery winners. They're ordinary people who built wealth quietly with discipline and smart decisions. This book uncovers the surprising habits, values, and mindsets that separate the truly wealthy from those who only look rich.
Lesson 1. Who are the millionaires? When you think of a millionaire, what comes to mind? Maybe someone living in a mansion, driving a shiny sports car, or wearing designer clothes, right? Well, here's the truth. Most millionaires don't look like that at all. In fact, many of them live very normal lives. They might be small business owners who built their companies slowly, or professionals like doctors, teachers, or engineers who saved part of their income year after year. Some are just everyday people who chose to live simply, spend less than they earned, and let their money grow quietly over time. Here's the surprising part. Wealth doesn't always look glamorous. The person driving an old, reliable car might actually be far richer than the one showing off with a flashy new sports car. Their secret? They don't get rich by spending a lot. They get rich by being disciplined, making smart choices, and building wealth quietly.
Lesson 2. Living below their means. One of the biggest secrets of millionaires is simple. They live below their means. That means they don't waste money just to impress other people. Instead of buying the latest luxury car, they choose something reliable that gets the job done. Instead of stretching themselves to buy a giant mansion, they choose a home they can comfortably afford. And here's the real key. They save and invest their money consistently year after year. Now, being frugal doesn't mean being cheap. It's not about denying yourself everything. It's about making smart choices and putting financial freedom ahead of showing off. True millionaires would rather have peace of mind and independence than flashy things that fade away.
Lesson 3. Budgeting and planning. Wealth doesn't just happen by accident. It's not about luck or chance. It's about being intentional. Most millionaires have a plan, and they stick to it. They keep track of where their money goes instead of letting it slip away without noticing. They set clear, long-term financial goals, and they stay committed to reaching them. They avoid unnecessary debt. They don't give in to impulse purchases. And no matter what, they keep investing regularly, even when it's not exciting. The truth is simple. Discipline beats luck. Slow, steady, consistent habits are what build real, lasting wealth.
Lesson 4. Avoiding status symbols.
Have you ever heard the phrase, keeping up with the Joneses? It means trying to match the lifestyle of neighbors, friends, or people you see online. And honestly, it's one of the fastest ways to stay broke. The truth is, a lot of people who look rich, with their luxury brands, fancy vacations, and new cars, are actually buried in debt. Real millionaires know better. They understand that status is temporary, but financial independence is permanent. So instead of spending money to impress others, they use their money to build something far more valuable: security, freedom, and peace of mind.
Lesson 5. Self-employment and entrepreneurship. Here's something surprising. A large number of millionaires are actually business owners. They didn't just get rich from a paycheck. They built wealth by creating something of their own and growing it over time. Instead of wasting profits on flashy spending, they reinvested those profits back into their businesses. And while they did take risks, Those risks were smart and calculated, never reckless. The lesson here is powerful. You don't need a huge salary to become wealthy. What really builds freedom is creating assets and owning businesses, because that gives you control over your financial future.
Lesson 6. Teaching the next generation. Millionaires don't just think about today. They think long-term, even for the generations after them. They don't spoil their kids with endless luxuries or make life too easy. Instead, they teach them discipline, the value of hard work, and the importance of saving. They encourage their children to stand on their own 2 feet, to be independent rather than financially dependent. And, most importantly, they pass down knowledge, not just money. Because true wealth doesn't just last through dollars. It lasts when wisdom and good money habits are passed along too.
Lesson 7. The Formula for Wealth. Thomas Stanley and William Danko came up with a simple way to measure wealth. If your net worth, that's what you own minus what you owe, is lower than what it should be for your age and income, you're called an underaccumulator of wealth, or UAW. But if your net worth is higher than expected, then you're a prodigious accumulator of wealth, or PAW. The lesson is clear. Wealth isn't about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep, how much you grow, and the smart choices you make with what you earn.
Lesson 8. Key takeaways. Let's sum up the lessons from the Millionaire Next Door. Wealth is built by habits, not luck. It's the daily choices you make, the discipline you show, and the consistency in saving and investing that truly matters. Live below your means. Don't spend just to impress others. Spend to build your future. Budget carefully, save regularly, and invest consistently. Focus on financial freedom, not on status or appearances. And remember to teach these values to the next generation. True wealth isn't just money in the bank. It's freedom, independence, and security.
Conclusion. The real millionaires aren't the loudest or flashiest people you see. They're the quiet ones, living wisely, making smart choices, and building freedom one step at a time. The lesson is simple, but life-changing. Don't aim to look rich. Aim to be wealthy. That's the path to true financial independence and the millionaire mindset.